Get that? Uh-oh.
Why are we on Chipmunk?
Fucking thing.
Chipmunk Watch?
We'll do it
I can't
live.
believe they got.
Cruising with Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with
Welcome back to Cruising with Steak. Grimsteak here. Episode 101 of Cruising with Steak on Tuesday night, streaming live on Grimerica FM every week. We got a full house tonight. It's a bunch of people. Nobody could turn out for show 100. it's all right. It's okay. We're all here. Full house. Uncle Jesse.
We're actually all Grim Steak. He's just changing his voice.
It's true. I'm modulating and doing everybody's voices. This is going to be a high-stress show full of a lot of anime content. What I got tonight with me, number one man, James Cruz, number one man.
What's up?
Hey, how's it going? We also got Mr. Jerry on Chipmunk Watch.
Fuck you.
There we go. We also got Mr. A-Man himself, Sir Felix Ortega.
I just came in for the intro, and then I got some important stuff I got to do. But then I was going to come back for the performance.
Oh, when you're going to do like a split show, okay? Well, if you do what you want to do, we also got split shift
Because it's your thing.
We also got Mr. That Guy here with us.
Just remember that the soul cake duck died for you.
It's okay. And we also got Mr. Jacob the Walrus.
Howdy.
Hey. And saving the best for last, Miss Suzanne.
Hello.
Woo.
The goddess.
The goddess.
Oh, thank you.
In the Mad Lib, one of the pillars of goddesses. Mad
It's
Lib
the
madness.
soul cake duck.
Yeah, what is this?
Yeah, the soul cake duck.
Is that like Seoul Korea cake duck?
No.
Iranian
The soul cake duck was part of the lore of the Discworld.
Which I know.
Oh,
Terry
Discworld.
Pratchett.
I know.
Yeah.
I've seen the Hogfather though, so that kind of
Yeah.
fills me in. And the
Yeah.
color
Well, Mr. Tia Time was trying to do death first, and then wanted to go after the soul cake duck.
he got all those teeth. He collected teeth.
Yeah, teeth and fingernails.
Yeah, because he killed the tooth fairy, right?
Mm-hmm,
He
that's right.
replaced the tooth fairy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that.
So
Creepy
Long
fucker.
time
The way they portrayed him in the movie, in the BBC movie, of Hogfather,
Oh yeah,
is creepy. But
he
that
did a
dude-
great job. I mean, it was right in line with. I thought it was right in line with the book.
I agree. He also played the, I guess he was a fairy king in Doctor Strange, Mr. Strange, and Dr. Norrell. There was a short series. It's still on Netflix, actually, called. I'll find it. It's something Dr. Norrell and Mr. Strange, and the one
Fairy
guy
King.
contacts the fairy king and wants him to mentor him. It's an interesting.
But we don't know.
But we don't know.
It's true.
Well, this got literary really quick.
Yeah.
Lee.
So,
Somebody
guys,
mentioned ad libs.
disclosure's right around the corner.
It is.
No, dude, it's
It's-
disclosed. Okay, that's kind of what the whole point of these articles are.
Here's
Yeah.
the thing I'm worried about, Jerry. You mentioned something in the chats today that just talking and covering this subject and constantly talking about this, we're going to manifest the UFOs, and they're going to be scary. They're going to be dark, scary UFOs.
That's my personal opinion. I think that these things aren't real and they're manifest. Just like, I'm not going to say Bigfoot, but other cryptids. Dogman, whatever, Slender Man.
Could it be
Yeah,
like an
just told
extension of like Poltergeist?
I'm only manifesting non-scary alien. UFOs.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
It's like-
you could do that.
think about
And
Skinwalker
it only
Ranch,
makes
but being,
common sense.
being the whole sky. Okay,
hmm
however you approach it, it's going to approach you.
Well, I mean, I
General
don't.
Curtis LeMay used to talk about an aluminum overcast. He wanted to have an Air Force so big that it would block out the sun.
They're doing it with chemtrails,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know?
i.e., airplane pollution.
Yeah, which is an aluminum overcast.
It is aluminum, barium, and strontium, which are all ingredients in jet fuel.
And they also spray chaff.
The chaff.
Yeah.
But it can't melt steel beams.
No.
It can't.
So
Only
chaff is. I don't know if you've ever seen chaff up close, but chaff is not.
flakes, right?
Yeah, it's flakes. It's like
Yeah,
long,
I know.
like strips.
So I could
Yeah.
eat it? You're telling me I could eat chaff and I'd be fine.
Aluminum, you don't have
You could eat it, but you would your poop would look like my cat after Christmas.
and your asshole will be red with blood
Alright.
as it
Gotcha.
sliced up your colon.
Yeah, the cat used to eat tinsel off the Christmas tree, and it would
Gotcha.
walk through the house, make his own garlands. It was awesome. So it'd be like sparkle, poop, sparkle, and he'd drag it.
God.
Something like drinking Goldschlager, where the next day you got like a gold-plated turd.
Gold-plated turd.
Whoa, really?
If I hadn't lost more than one watch trying to salvage that gold,
I ordered the chafe in my yearly chemtrails spring.
Chemtrails. Yes.
I love
we-
chemtrails.
Chemtrails. Dude, well, the whole thing about this whole, like, every article that's coming out about this, Navy pilots, they're seeing all this stuff and everything, Air Force, whatever. There's always a plug for the new History Channel Unidentified show, like always at the end of the article. So that's what makes me skeptical of the entire thing, and I don't see why nobody.
Me too. I'm
just-
totally skeptical of the entire thing.
It's put together by like David Wilcock, that crowd, and the
Yes.
CIA.
Yeah.
Not saying there's
Yep.
a difference. Not saying there's not a difference. But,
But it's not. See, everyone keeps saying that, and I don't think that's what it is. I think what goes on is that a seed is planted, and then people pick up that mantle and run with it, and then one-upmanship takes over. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it.
It's modern aliens, not ancient aliens show.
Either way you traverse the timeline. Starts with a seed, and then it's picked up. There's no
For
handler.
sure.
Maybe there's influencers, like, a Richard Doty type. But I don't think Wilcock could be CIA. I have no idea. But I'm just saying, I don't think any of these people who are prominent in the space that we occupy are CIA.
I don't think he's CIA. I think he's more like what they would call a useful idiot.
An asset.
Useful idiot, yes.
An asset, yeah.
Asset. That's a good one.
if there's any connection there, I think he's an asset. He just totally does not present as
Well,
a
dude, I mean,
CIA.
he's reincarnated Edgar Casey. How could
If
you
he's being
not?
played, he's still playing nonsense. He's still playing that game of one-upsmanship. So that's how I look at it.
So they completely dumped Corey Good, right? Like, I don't see him at the Contact in the Desert roster.
It doesn't exist,
I
folks.
have no idea. Very good.
Yeah, I think they're trying to separate themselves from now, which is too late for that. But
Right.
you can't go all in and then decide, oh wait, no, I only want to go half in.
But you know who is going to be there?
I know.
The
Special
keynote
guest
disruptor. Yes.
Well,
That
it's
was the
not like
best
he's got a
Photoshop.
great track record either, because before Corey Good, there was Cobra and
Cobra.
He's a
Benjamin
swindler.
Fulford.
He's just a swindler.
Rob
and
Potter.
Rob Potter. All the
Alexander Metters.
yeah.
You have to
Oh, they're
admit, though, the
talking
guy's a
Cobra
good
Commander.
storyteller. He can tell a good story, and he could sell his ideas to people. So more power to him. There's enough huckster. He's a huckster.
That's the problem with that. The problem is when you come after people physically
Yeah.
who disagree with you, kind of like what the Democrats do.
If they didn't try to sell the story,
Who doesn't do that?
Segue.
Yeah.
if they didn't try to sell the story as real, it would be like entertaining fiction. There'd probably be a market for it.
I figure anything that you're told is fiction for the most part.
Yeah. But then
Especially on
again,
TV, especially when it's on TV.
Then again, from what I understand, it would have been plagiarism if they tried to sell it as fiction. So,
Why?
because they mined the above top secret channels for
Project Avalon and
Project Avalon.
personification of the Law of One materials plus Seth plus other bullshit. I just love how the other crazy Galactic Federation people have incorporated it into their stories, much like they've incorporated QAnon into theirs. But
Yeah.
those guys,
Alexandra Meadows and
I couldn't
the
handle it.
Galactic connection before that. I got some crazy stories about her, but I'm not going to go into it right
I do too. So
Remember when that dude used to say he was fighting people?
fighting people.
And then he died.
Max Pierce.
No, not Max Pierce. Some other guy that was on with what's her face, a redheaded chick.
Sounds like he lost the fight.
Well, most of the people
I think
she
he
dealt
did.
with either in jail or ditched her.
Everybody has a plan
Stories
until they
were
run into
wild.
that.
Well, she was pushing that dude. What was his name?
I think it was that guy.
Winston Shrout.
I remember that.
Yeah, he's in jail.
Yeah.
Sean David Morton. He's
Yep.
in
He's
Jail.
in jail.
which I don't think it was UFO related.
Seriously, Sean David
straw
Morton's in
man
jail?
related.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
He calls from jail. It's pretty funny
I did not know that.
He's always asking for money
for his wife.
for his wife. Yeah.
But
Who's this guy? I don't know these people.
Yeah, you don't need to.
Okay,
No,
there we go.
Don't muddy your mind with it.
All right.
Yeah.
That's the problem with all this stuff, man. There's so much disinfo out there. There's so much disinfo.
I
that-
think of these people as first wavers. You know, they were the first wave of the nonsense, right? Then
Yeah.
the mantle was picked up for the. It's a relay race. That's all. That never ends.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, because they keep throwing somebody out there, and then when they get whatever, like
Discredited?
discredited or arrested or whatever, there's a long line of things that happen. So, or people just don't buy the bullshit, then they come up with something there. That's why when Q came out, I was like, this sounds remarkably similar to the whole like Cobra, Rob Potter crap. And I was like, it's the exact same story, but it's marketed to patriots instead
Space taken out.
of space cadets. Yeah.
And if you guys remember when it first came out, we were all like, "This is awesome," and then like a week
Well, dude,
later,
exactly,
like,
because
this is such bullshit.
what was that? It came out literally like the week after 1 October happened, the Vegas shooting. It came out right after that, and it felt like such a distraction for people to look into this instead of looking into the Vegas shooting, which, you know, a lot of truthers or whatever were actually looking into that, and then they're like, "Ooh, what's this QAnon stuff?"
We were looking.
Yeah, and there was definitely a lot of stuff in the Vegas thing. Like
Oh yeah.
It's still completely unresolved as far as I'm
Yes,
concerned.
just got swept under the rug.
I don't think there ever was a Stephen, whatever his name was.
No, Stephen Paddock. No, he didn't exist.
Didn't exist. He was completely made up.
Yeah, the pictures that we saw of Paddock, he looked an awful lot like his
brother.
I'm making brother.
His brother. Yeah.
He went crazy because he had a lot of reptilian skin on. remember when his brother claimed that Stephen Paddock's brother claimed that Stephen had gone crazy because he thought that people were walking around in reptilians in human suits.
Lizard people.
Lizard people.
See, I think Stephen Paddock was just what his brother told his wife so he could go to Vegas and gamble.
Well, yeah. Well, he got super rich on the slot machines. You know, that's what happened. That
He was a professional gambler.
Video poker.
Let me get this straight. He told his wife he's going to Vegas to fool around, but really he's just going to gamble.
It's an ancient Chinese.
it's the old
you're going to see his brother.
Oh, okay. I'm
fake
thinking.
brother.
I'm sneaking home at night. And I come in and I'm really careful, and I'm trying not to wake my wife. It's 2:00 in the morning, and then all of a sudden, where the hell have you been? I'm like, honey, I've been out chasing women and getting shit faced. And she says, don't give me that. You've been at a LAN party. I can see the Ethernet cable hanging out of your back pocket.
It's so sad. You know, don't ever come
right?
home at 4:00 in the morning with your friends, drunk off your ass, wake up your wife and go, bitch, cook us breakfast.
Oh,
Don't ever do that.
Yeah, no, I have not been married to Mrs. That Guy for 30 plus years, being incautious because I want to live.
I have scars from my marriage, pots and pans that have smashed across my face.
Oh, dude, I was a master at dodging remote controls. I had a remote control flying at my face at 100 miles per hour a couple times. I swear she could have pitched in the major leagues.
Yeah, I wouldn't have to tell Mrs. Walrus to cook breakfast because she would do it on her own as long as I didn't say anything. So,
Right.
All right.
Well, that's awesome.
She's subservient Eastern European woman.
Yeah, but she's Bulgarian. She's not. So it's like somewhere between cross between like a Polish woman and a Italian woman.
Oh, you got to pet her once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
And she yeah.
And I mean that in the least sexist way possible.
Don't piss her off.
So I got this weird thing. I kind of mentioned it in chats this morning. For the past like couple years, there's this old guy. He walks on the streets every day, and I wave at him, and he waves, and I don't know who initiated the waving, but it's just this weird thing where I was thinking like, what if like when he's walking, his program runs like white Malibu.exe, and then I just kind of show up in his program and then disappear. Or like, what if this guy like it's just weird. Like I see him, he's there.
Fred.
Yeah, it is, but it's like it's consistent. It's every day. It's routine.
But today,
But we don't know.
No, but today it was one of those things where today it just dawned on me. Like I've been seeing this guy every day, and I always wave at him. Like this is weird. Like I wonder what, from his perspective, I'm just like this white car that shows up and drives past him, and he waves, and he's just this old guy, and I wave. But it's like, I don't know. I was really stoned this morning, and
I have
just,
a
my
scene
mind
where
was
this
getting
guy
blown.
walks through my neighborhood. He walks. He broke his knee a couple years ago.
Mhm.
So he walks continually through my neighborhood. I see him 2 or 3 times a day walk past. And I know all the people who walk their dogs and shit past my house because I'm on like the corner of a cul-de-sac. Today, I saw a guy I've never seen in my life, and he had the brightest clothes on. It was like a neon pink hat and a green,
Oh, he was being
bright
safe.
green slicker. It's 95 degrees out, and he's wearing like plaid pink and blue short. It was really crazy. I'm like,
You're not a nice person.
Someone got an upgrade in my neighborhood program or something because this dude's new.
They need to adjust the color settings.
Yeah.
No, it's just an odd series of events in the last 24 hours led up to that guy showing up. Like, oh,
It's hot around here these days too. Like wearing a jacket in this weather.
Oh yeah, I know. A windbreaker on top of it. Yeah, so I saw him and my mind went to Jester. I'm like, fuck.
Oh man.
So
Tricksters
Graham,
in
is
the neighborhood.
this guy? Did you say he's homeless, or you just pass him
No,
every day?
he's just a dude. But it's weird. It's like a country back road, but like there's like a small town that like comes off of it. So I know he's walking from the town, but it's like, yeah, just see him every day. Except in the winter months. He's not outside in the winter months.
Have you ever stopped and talked to him?
That's that's what I kind of thought about today. I'm like, what if I stop and just like introduce myself to this guy and say, hey, we have,
You might merge the timelines.
Jerry,
Yeah.
you're muted. Jerry, you're muted. And you're saying something I want to hear.
He will talk to you. He's a shopkeeper. He's got limited dialogue. You can't get deep with him, but you can ask him.
What if he gives me a quest?
Shopkeeper.
He has had this gold question mark floating above his head as I drive by him. So I've been thinking about it. He might give me a quest.
Oh my god!
That could
I
be.
sliced my finger up really nasty.
Oh, what'd you cut
no.
it on, Jer? Was it woodworking?
It was a piece
check?
of wood. Sure.
No.
What did you? What? No.
I can't. So it's not gonna work.
see a scratch.
Another woodworking related injury. Gonna have to.
It goes all the way across my finger. No, I was drilling a hole.
He stuck his finger up his nose and a booger bit it.
I was drilling a hole in a block of wood, and it spun out of my fingers. And the edge.
Oh god, I hate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll get you.
Did.
Still
Wait
just
till like
thinking of
the skill saw comes flying at you.
dude souls.
It binds up.
Oh yeah.
My mom a birthday present. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I showed you guys what it was. The box with the lid. And while I was making the lid, a big chunk of the purple heart, it was really dry. It came off and hit me in the chest.
Ooh.
And at that point, I'm like, I should have my face shield
Yeah,
on.
it could have been your eyes.
That's what it's for.
I know. I put it on. I wasn't doing that kind of roughing work. I was doing detail work. It doesn't matter. I didn't think twice about it. I didn't really feel it. Later that night, I started getting pain all the way across my shoulder and up my neck. It's still sore up here. It must have hit a nerve or something, like right on my collarbone. I thought I didn't know what happened when I woke up the next day. It hurt so badly.
Wow.
Whoa. Yeah.
Sorry, am I loud?
No, it was cool.
Wow.
I mean, it was cool. It was weird, but it was cool.
Yeah, one of those that takes a minute to like really kick in the pain.
Yeah, like a day.
It's like, this is going to hurt later.
Yeah.
My bruise is all gross. It's all brown and
Yeah, but you
purple
love him.
now.
Watchers hanging out.
Nasty.
Watchers hanging out in the chats, and he said, "That's a special bowl, dude. To your mom, it's got your DNA infused into it."
That bowl has a lot more than DNA in it.
Oh,
we could clone a bowl, Jerry.
A bowl, Jerry. Yeah.
No, I sweat all over that fucking thing while I was finishing it.
Oh.
Well, I mean, Jerry's got her DNA infused in him. So.
I do. She gave it to me. My dad gave it to me. I don't want that to sound dirty. An addendum. I talked to my dad today.
How's he doing?
He's fine. He's like, I was worried about you. I haven't heard from him. Like, dude, I'm like right here.
I'm like, is he still part of the resistance?
Oh yeah.
Well, I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have to
He'll always be.
into specifics.
That was only like a week ago that I posted that. He's a disaster.
How long
More
before-
Facebook rants.
What I say.
You can't talk to those people. I'm not going political here, but like my dad, I can't talk to him because he's so he's got his mind made up so hard that he won't accept anything else. You know, even the truth. And
I'm
everything
sorry.
he believes to be true is either marginally true or out of context true or false completely.
At least he's not throwing milkshakes on people.
He would.
What was that all about?
Yeah, I don't know. It's somebody. Was it Nigel Farage who got a milkshake thrown at him
It was
in the UK?
Oh yeah, there were a few people.
Dang.
Wasn't that by Canada?
Apparently it's what brings the boys to the yard. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So
That's
he's
right.
What you
the
did.
UKIP party, the UK Independence Party was like, it was a party started by Farage, right? Nigel Farage. And then he left 6 weeks ago and formed the Brexit Party, which happened to win 39% of the election.
Oh man.
Yeah. They said like nothing like that has ever happened before in British history or a party and probably in world history or a party that's only 6 weeks old. Yeah, 39% of them are.
Wow.
Next on BBC, when a troll goes mainstream.
Farage wants and still plans to get Brexit done and quit. They have no platform. They have nothing planned beyond Brexit. That's all they exist to do.
He tried to do that before.
Well, now he did it. So I think that's really cool. And UKIP, on the other hand, is they want a better constitution, more like America's. They want free speech. They want the right to assemble. They want to get less government. They're basically a conservative party. They're Republicans in the UK.
Yeah, kind of libertarian light.
Yep.
So Republicans in the UK mean something entirely different.
I know. Our Republicans, the GOP model in the UK. So the UKIP party was doing, well, I think it was just Carl Benjamin, and he had people with him like Dankula and I don't know if Tommy Robinson was with them, but I know Milo Yiannopoulos was. That dude's hilarious, by the way.
Oh, dude,
Milo's cool.
He's awesome.
He's caused a ton of controversy, right? He was on Legion of Skanks podcast, and there was like people protesting him going on there, and it was just all this bullshit. And like, dude, there's like this whole Facebook anti-fash group that was like, here's where they're gonna be recording at. You could stop at a McDonald's and get milkshakes here. It was so fucked up.
Yep.
So they ended up recording the podcast. They didn't record it where they were supposed to. They had to go to like some other location. But yeah,
So
That sounds like McDonald's is trying to pump up their Q2 numbers.
No, it was Burger King who was actually doing it. But
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Those milkshake throwing people are really, the identity politics is like their number one issue, right? And number two is identity politics, and three is like hate speech. And they consider any type of free speech hate speech if you're not towing the politically correct party line. If you're not politically correct, you're a racist or you're a white supremacist.
Or a Nazi.
Or a
Nazi.
Nazi.
Or a neo-Nazi.
Or I love this white nationalist term because what about black nationalists?
Mhm.
Right.
And All the other different nationalists, the whole European Union just voted basically nationalist. For majority.
Which is kind of awkward in a union of nations.
And it got really polarized, like way more. Like it always been like the center right was always like a little bit more than the center left, and it all just kind of pulled to the ends, far right and far left, like green.
I think they reached too far with Article 13, and people just said, no.
Yeah.
The totalitarian two-step, isn't that what Ike calls it?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
They came for the memes. Nobody's happy about that.
Right. So you could throw a milkshake and run away and not get hurt, and it's basically so someone could film you doing it, and you could say, "Oh, I did this."
Remember, that used to be pies. They throw pies at people.
Tomatoes, whatever.
Yeah.
But whatever. There's no need for that, and there's no need. These people can't debate, and I believe I know this. If you watch the interviews that Carl Benjamin has posted, that he has had debates with people who are against him or came to protest him, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They have talking points.
Yes.
That's it.
They can't elaborate on anything because they don't know anything.
And once they get to that point where their talking points have run out, well, you're a racist.
Exactly. It breaks down to ad hominem.
You're normalizing rape. He's normalizing rape. Okay, so they believe that to be hate speech or in a category that should not be spoken aloud. They're against free speech. You can't say, "Oh, it's fucking 1950s coming back to haunt us." Really,
words that are so terrible that they can't be entertained and heard by
members
of public.
It's nonsense.
Like bladder inflation.
Moist.
I just want to tell people to stock up.
Sorry, scrotal inflation.
Scrotal inflation.
With saline liquid. They don't want to talk about that. Nobody.
I don't think anybody wants to talk about that. But I will support your right to talk about that.
And do it.
Yes.
I would never agree with scrotal inflation, but I will defend to the death your right to say it.
I'll even defend your right to perform it if you'd like.
Wasn't that who was that? Henny Voltaire or something like that?
Oh yeah, that was like, I disagree with what you're saying, something along that. Like, I disagree with what you're saying, but I'll defend
to the death your right to say it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was paraphrasing. Poorly.
You did it right. So here's an interesting data point for you.
I like it.
The data rate on the Discord chat is faster than our rate of conversation in the podcast.
It is.
It's flying.
Not everybody's
Before I can
talking
even
in the
say
podcast.
send.
Usually.
Yeah, things are getting wild. Yes, so yeah, if anybody's listening to this,
for those of you listening to the recording, when you hear a lull in the conversation, it's because all of us are reading the Discord.
Yeah, join the Discord.
Why are you fucking bitching? It's an interactive show.
No, that's exactly what I was just going to say. This show should be listened to live. Just listen to it live.
Right. You can't not listen to it live because it sucks.
Exactly.
It doesn't suck.
Yeah.
It doesn't suck if you're not listening to it live, as long as you pretend that it's live.
Yes.
It's like watching a Dark Journalist show after the fact. Like,
it's like when I was listening to Grim on Grim's take on Hog Story, and like the conversation you go on, I would just like say something in the conversation while they're talking to my computer, be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not in this conversation."
I was watching something with somebody the other day and did the exact same thing. I was in a Zoom, but whatever.
It doesn't stop you getting feedback, though, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, it doesn't stop you, Jake, from getting feedback, though, right? I mean, it's like, oh yeah, Jake just said blah blah blah.
Oh, we get answers.
Oh yeah,
I do.
It's like a 21st century version of a
I
seance.
agree, Rudy Rooter. I totally agree.
Yeah.
The only question is who's dead. Is it the people on the Discord, or is it the people on?
I just want to, Lady Aboshi, wait. I dropped the link for the shirts, but wait, because like every couple days it hits these sweet sales. Yes. So don't pay full price. It'll run like a sale where they're like $13. But here, I'll redrop the link for you right now.
T Public.
Yes, it's there. Chaotic merch. Yeah, but yeah, they'll run these. They'll run these crazy deals like every other day or something for 24 hours.
Oh, what shirt do you want? I can just make a new design. It automatically gets like 60% off.
Oh, there we go. And Jerry's the master of it. So
yeah, and if anybody wants a design of like personalized logo, I can do that.
Jerry can do it.
I like this.
Man. And okay, so K-Dog needs 300 Cruising with Steak dildos printed out. That guy, if you could do that. If your 3D printer could handle that guy.
I got you.
I've got about 1,200 pounds of
filament.
That's about 550 kilograms of polyethylene here. That's nice and flexy.
Why so much?
Why so much? But
you never know what you need to print.
You never know when you're going to need something flexible. That's
and who knows when they're going to take our guns away, and that guy needs to arm us all with 3D printed weapons.
Yeah, with rubber guns. I'm just saying.
We'll just throw them.
Exactly. I'll throw boomerangs.
Yeah.
I don't know a single ATF agent that would charge a house that's being defended by 3D printed rubber dicks. I'm just saying.
I bet they would.
I just want a bunch, and I'll just put them on my windowsill out front. Let my snooty neighbors. They would love that.
Yeah, I know a supplier in China that'll even make because they'll 3D print any design, and you can put the little thing to make it a Bluetooth speaker. So you could have
Jesus.
Right. So you could have
a talking dick.
so you could have Cruising with Steak Bluetooth dildos.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
How much would something like that cost?
Yeah, I would.
Well, I mean, it depends on how many you order, but you know.
$8,737,540,000.
Is that all?
Yeah,
that's all.
But we don't know.
But we don't know.
It could be as high as
$9,240,000,000.
James, how was your Memorial Day weekend? I saw you posting some pics of a bunch of stuff going on. Fill me in. I need some James stories. We need some James action in this show.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. What did I do this weekend? Went to the zoo. We did some caged animals. It was awesome. Actually, I haven't been there in a couple of years. They did some remodeling, and they built this whole like Asian section. So they had like a couple different kinds of tigers.
Do they label it Oriental to offend everybody? God, I wish.
Hey, that's racist.
They had some
absolutely.
it's like
It's not racist. It's an ancient Chinese.
It's like a 90-degree day, and I'm looking at these like Siberian tigers. You know, I'm like, damn,
dude, they got to be so hot.
They look hot.
Yeah.
Cleveland Zoo. A Cleveland Zoo has to be the saddest thing ever.
It was kind of cool. Like they have these catwalks over top of you. Literally catwalk. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It was pretty cool. So I mean, they had a couple of things like that. I don't know. These kids, man. I had like 3 kids with us. My 2 kids and one of their friends, and they're affected by like the will to go do something. It's weird. Like I could just see their brains melting down. Everyone they have this like instant gratification. Via online or just at home. I want this. I want that. Or you click this, you get that. Well, when you're out and about, there's travel. There's a destination. There's a point A to point B, and it's the in between that just like their bodies just shut down. It's a weird
Don't know
effect.
what to do?
Yeah. So their bodies were like rejecting exercise, and like it was kind of crazy to see. It was weird. I'm like, dude, I mean, yeah, it'd be great if you could be like lion, tiger, bear. Okay, I'm out of here, but no, you have to like walk to each one of these things. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, they've been to the zoo a million times. You don't know what you're getting yet. It's like, but anyway, so that was Saturday. I coached a baseball game earlier that morning. It's like what else did I do? I think it rained yesterday. Yesterday I went to a rib cook-off. Yeah, like a rib burn-off.
Oh, rib burn-off?
Yeah,
I like
man.
that.
Yeah.
How did you forget that within 24 hours?
I don't know.
Dude, that sounds epic.
Busy.
Just delicious meats?
Yeah, delicious meats. I got the combo. It was like 4. I might have been like 5, maybe. I don't know, maybe 2. I don't know. Ribs and like a pile of brisket. And also some shredded pork, dude.
Dude, that sounds great.
And the freaking beans. Yeah, you gotta get the beans. Oh my god. So just mowed that down.
Nice.
I made a pot of chili yesterday.
Yes, Booty Rudu. It was the vegetarian nightmare.
Vegetarian nightmare, of course. I even said that when we were there. I was like, man, because I walked by and there was this one stand and they were like serving up veggies. I'm like, dude, why? I don't even understand. But like, if a vegetarian or a vegan walked in this place, they would just
they have
spontaneously combust.
They have no business in a rib burn to begin with.
Yeah,
like it would just spontaneously combust on like you couldn't drag them kicking and screaming in there. There's no possible way.
Yeah.
Just like murder, death, kill everywhere.
A vegan there is like a nun in a whorehouse,
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
So, but man, it was good. Man, the lines were long. It was hot again, and they had actually fairly hot weekend, man. And it was like 88 today here. And then
did you get any of the nasty storms, James?
They just kind of came through a little bit. I don't know. Usually, like if there's a fart, I lose power. When a tree will come down or something, and I got lucky.
Yeah, dude, I lose power all the time.
You said come.
Yeah. He did say calm down. Yeah, and dude,
I don't want to hear the words super hot
come
and 88 degrees. And
oh.
But that's like what, 14 Celsius?
No, it was
there's like 50 there's like 50 tornadoes across the country in 8 different states last night or something. I think that's what Fletcher was saying earlier. It's crazy because there was a couple tornadoes by me last night. It's getting crazy. Global warming, guys.
Oh, no, yeah, I had to send K-Dog a picture of the one place I didn't go to it, but I was walking by. Jack on the bone or whatever?
Jack on the bone.
Jack on the bone.
You got to piss through that boner.
Yeah. It's like, I know a guy.
Aren't there tubes for that can fix it?
Maybe.
Oh, I saw one today. It was hilarious. I gotta find that. Oh, I showed you the horse eye thing. That was a horse eye picture.
Oh, the horse eye.
What was that horse eye? I didn't understand that.
They were describing your urethra as a horse eye.
That's what it is?
Oh.
That's the result of using Google Translate.
I went and verified that, and Google Translate did not translate the horse eye to urethra. It was nothing of the sort.
Well, it's like in.
But they might not have said urethra. It might be like pee hole or something. Who knows what they call it?
I might have to add horse eye to the list of things.
It's like mayun is the word.
I think
party, blue waffle, no horse eye.
Blue waffle.
Blue waffle. Jesus.
Like all round eye. Oh, horse eye. No stimulation for you.
In Spanish they have that. God, I hate to call it a colloquial term, but it's
Joto?
They call what?
Joto?
No, verga.
Verga.
Yeah, it's a slang term for penis, but it actually translates to the mast of a ship.
Yes.
Maybe horse eye is one of those things that just doesn't translate well.
I knew it was slang for dick, but I didn't know it was that it had an actual meaning.
The only slang I know, Mexican slang, is cagao. Cagao. So one who shits himself, like someone who shits his pants. He's cagao.
Jesus.
So, Booty Rooter just reminded me, 4chan's new troll campaign aims to make the hashtag a white supremacist symbol.
Oh, it's totally
Because they made it black on.
They gotta ruin everything, don't they?
All around it. It looks
Yeah,
like
yeah. I'll post a picture of the chat.
CNN's already all in on this.
No.
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
They
dude.
are all in. They've been talking about it for the past couple of days.
That's great. I think it's great. They need to keep triggering them.
Yeah.
It's
I can't
so
wait till they
funny.
shut the internet. I mean,
It's not going to be. It's not going to be until they manage to actually make the CNN logo a white supremacist symbol. Just remember, you heard it on CWS first, guys.
Yeah.
You know what else would be great if they could make the Democrat the donkey?
Yeah.
A hate symbol somehow.
Oh God!
Yeah.
And they could do it. They could totally do it.
Oh,
They
they could totally do that. They could spin it as 40 acres on a mule.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And the elephants
it here
are
first.
endangered species. How could you possibly use them as your mascot?
Right?
What's that? The donkey?
No, the
Oh,
elephant.
the elephant.
Are elephants endangered?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Certainly, we're not
I
allowed to
was
talk
just
about the one in the
wondering
room.
Which one?
Suzanne, the elephant in the room.
Don't talk about Suzanne that way.
I know. Come
No.
on, that guy.
Jake,
Jeez.
good God, man.
Speaking of CNN, they I guess they just fired a bunch of people. Well, I say a bunch.
Oh, they had to lay him off. They had to.
There would only be 6 or 7 employees affected. They canned like 100 people.
Oh, yeah. They got to close. Their ratings are gone.
Yeah.
Nobody
People on
watches.
YouTube are getting higher ratings than CNN.
Most definitely.
Oh, that's been true for years. Actually,
Right. But that equates to less profit, which means you can't keep that organization that big. So it's catching up to them.
yeah.
Maybe
So-
they should stop printing so many lies.
But that's
Or
they
talking
can
about
only
so many
go
lies.
up from. This is the problem. They're not doing it on purpose necessarily. It's
Yeah,
what's-
voluntary buyout. Yeah.
Well, they're actually trying to use their old strategy of following the trend, but
right.
they
Right.
doubled down on the whole like
Trump thing.
Trump Russia thing, and it's so backfired on them. People were
Yeah.
already sick of it. You know what I mean? They were milking
Right.
it for everything they got, and then Mueller.
But what about now with Pelosi? Oh, it's a cover up.
yeah,
Oh, I know.
Mueller's covering for Trump now, right?
When will it? It's
Only
never going to
somebody
end.
would
There's
cover
no
up
end.
It's
No,
never
there
gonna
is no end.
It's like
They just move on to the next thing.
And then Trump's gonna win in 2020, and it's gonna keep going another 4 years.
Yep.
good.
When are we attacking Iran?
Atlantic City.
He
I'm
hasn't
very
done
proud.
anything bad. Okay. He's not politically correct. That's what they don't like.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
don't
not their
hold
guy.
grudges
That's what they don't like.
Against
Pardon?
anybody.
He's not their guy.
That too. But
Yeah.
on top of that, just because,
Yeah.
whatever.
No, I read something a while back, and geez, I wish I could remember where it was. I'm going to have to go looking for it. We'll put it in. I don't know, James. Do you or Grim? Do you do show notes? Or
Show
anything like
notes.
that?
I list. I
Sounds like a
list.
no.
I list
All
who's
right,
in the
so-
show, and I say, "Yeah, we talked about some cool shit," and that's my show notes.
Okay, so I remember reading a thing a while back, and I'll post it in the Discord if I can find it. That CNN's news business is actually only part of what they do. They do a certain amount of localized influence, and Jerry's literally giving me the finger right now. But I understand that.
I'm trying to
understand
show
that-
you my Star Wars Band-Aid, but it's not coming up.
Awesome.
Sorry.
I think you need to float in the back to tank longer.
See how it's an X-Wing, X-Fighter?
Yeah.
Cool.
But no, what I'm hearing is that CNN has another side business that they do besides news that involves
Child trafficking?
that involves children's books, not children's books, but it was that they do local influence campaigns and local communication campaigns for people. That they'll put together video and audio streams to try
Video
to
production.
try to influence local opinions about stuff.
Jeez.
I mean, beyond advertising, like
That is like direct advertising, propaganda kind of stuff.
propaganda, direct, and political influence. Yeah.
I know they put in, and this is actually has to be like a large chunk of their ratings, because every airport, I think in America, I think every single one in America, they put in the TVs. Like, and they bought the TV, they put them in free of charge or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they even pay to put them in there so they can.
Yeah, they do.
Play CNN on there, and it's not just America. Like, they do it in as many airports in the world as they can. But
I'll tell you straight up. I've been in a lot of airports and a lot of places. In the shoe business, I have to get around, and it's. I think the only place that I've ever been that doesn't have CNN blaring, with no way of turning it down, is the airport in Manila.
Okay,
What's going on there?
They're busy trying to sell cookies.
On the TVs?
Free, yeah, cookies. Yeah, actually, damn good ones. Believe it or not.
Like Oreos?
No, far, far, far better than Oreos.
Oh,
the Sofia airport didn't have CNN.
Oh, didn't it? Okay, I haven't been to Bulgaria yet.
But all the other ones I've been in have. I can't remember if Istanbul did or not.
not Constantinople?
It's Byzantium.
Mm-hmm.
Byzantium.
So, what kind of shoes do they like in Istanbul? In Sofia.
The kids mostly wear Sportex. They call them.
Boy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're going like European trendy hipster.
It's
BS.
Bulgaria. What do you expect? They wear
right, yeah.
tracksuit. They wear tracksuits and Sportex, man.
Tracksuit, AK-47, and Sportex.
Yeah.
Uniform of the day.
Yeah.
That's how we roll, motherfucker.
But Jacob, I got to ask: do they squat?
I've seen that thing. I never really noticed people squatting that much. Maybe I'm just not paying attention or something. I don't know.
I think the squatting might have something to do with Serbia and Kosovo and.
What can you describe
that
squatting for the people who don't know what the fuck you're talking about?
Squatting is to not quite sit around and have your knees up in front of you and your
Actual
feet below
squatting.
your ass.
For not for exercise purposes.
No, just chilling
as a resting position.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And no, I didn't notice that.
There.
Okay, all right.
They have a lot of chairs in Bulgaria, actually.
Well, they haven't sunk that far. That's good.
Yeah.
Is it some kind of mass mind control program where they start taking chairs away at night when no one's looking and like places to sit so you have to move?
No, like I said, there's lots of chairs in Bulgaria everywhere you go.
Right. This is a tactic that cities use to get rid of homeless people. They'll get rid of benches in a park.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they don't have a lot of homeless people in Bulgaria either. Unless you're like completely shot out, like hopelessly addicted to drugs and everything, like somebody's going to let you stay at their house. Like their land's really cheap. Real estate's really cheap there. So, and everybody's really friendly and, they'll just take you in. Hey, come on.
I saw this video today for this company that I forget the name, but they're, I'll look for the video and put it in chat, but they have developed a 3D house printer. It's a giant 3D printer that prints like I forget, 12 or 13 by 13 foot house.
Holy shit. I can see the future.
I've seen
my bedroom's bigger than that.
3D printers use concrete.
The middle of Africa.
Yeah. It's kind of works like a CNC. It just passes back and forth and it shoots concrete out. Yeah.
I was just really shocked. I don't know, not shocked, but surprised that these people who come up with these technologies go immediately to other countries to fix their problems. Like, why don't you help fix the problems here?
No shit.
There's homeless people.
Yeah, we got homeless people out because you don't have a place to put the house is the problem.
3D print a wall.
What about all these abandoned houses? Can't they put some of these people in there?
Yeah. Exactly.
Chinese people own those.
Jeez,
Chinese
use what we
people.
already have.
Do we have any
Suzanne,
listeners
Suzanne,
or
you're in
people?
exactly the right place. You're in exactly the right place, Suzanne. I'm telling you.
Do we know any?
Suzanne,
No.
that would make way too much sense.
I know. God, I don't know.
We couldn't have that.
Mm-mm.
Do we know
It's like
anybody
that-
or any listeners that live like that in that whole Louisiana area? Remember how like everyone got displaced and from that hurt? Oh, I can't remember. That was years ago. Katrina.
Talking about
Yeah.
Katrina down in that was like 15
Yeah,
years
like, I
ago.
wonder how effed up it still is.
It was
Yeah,
just
New
an
Orleans.
anniversary like a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They mostly rebuilt it for the most part because like everybody that lived there got a big check from it and stuff.
A FEMA check.
Yeah, the FEMA check.
Yeah.
And
14 years ago this August.
most of the ghetto people, from what I understand, it kind of gentrified a lot. Most of the ghetto people went
I mean, I remember just
elsewhere, and then they never came back. And so, like, housing prices went like way. Like, it used to be really cheap in New Orleans, but you were never more than
Buy a
3
whole-
steps from a ghetto.
whole neighborhood.
Yeah, you were like, if you were in the best neighborhood possible, then you were 3 blocks away from the ghetto. You know what I mean?
Sure. I just thought like same thing, same with the Harvey, like I mean that fucked a lot of shit up too, like in Texas.
Yeah.
But I was always wondering, like got to go back years later.
Well, the main problem with
Puerto
Katrina,
Rico still looks the same, but
I mean, yeah, the hurricane was big, but come on, you live on the Gulf of Mexico, you're going to get some damage.
it's gonna get fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, but the real big problem with it was that, like, when they built the levees and stuff,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah, that's what I seen, Jared. Yeah.
they all yeah, I've seen that some years ago. I think
God, I love the fill pattern. It's awesome. It's huge, but it's
Wow.
when you're when
like
you
a
print
fire hose nozzle.
stuff out of plastic, it does the same thing. It makes the perimeter right, so the edges around the outside, and then it makes a geometric pattern inside to sort of give it some rigidness.
Like that.
I bet
Very
that's
cool.
pretty insulating like that too. Actually,
It's concrete. Yeah.
I want
It's,
one. I want a 3D
all-
printed
all-
house.
all year long weather, like you got it's nice and cool in the summer.
And if you don't like its design, just knock it down.
Just fucking
print a
knock
new one.
that shit over, dude. It costs $4,000, didn't it? Is that what
I
it
wonder
said?
how much it would cost to build a machine to do.
Oh,
So the 3D printer that I built, I bought a 3D printer, and then I used that 3D printer to make, not intentionally bought it for this purpose, but I
Ended
used
up.
that 3D printer to make parts for the other one, for the one that I'm using
Which is righteous and killer, right?
now. It's huge, yeah.
That
In
is
3D
so
printing terms,
meta.
I can make stuff that's like a cubic foot in volume, and if I decided to take it apart and roll the dice, that I'm able to get it back together again, probably for another maybe $50-$80, something like that, I could probably make something that prints something a foot square by 4 or 5 feet tall.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh, but we need something that can go 12 feet high and 30, 40 feet wide. We want to print real houses, not fake ones.
Yeah,
Not tiny
the
houses.
the bitch of it is the stepper motors that are big enough to drive something that can extrude, not extrude, but can squirt out cement.
I've seen some
It's
pretty,
not that. It's a torque.
almost that same type of system used for like level, like they'll do like parking garages. Like it'll,
Mhm.
yeah, like they'll pour the cement, but then they'll have like this giant machine that just like
They'll have a machine screed
self-levels.
it.
Yeah, it self levels it going.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. So they're using machines more and more, using their brains a little bit more in construction. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
there's
once they
this
can get
mysterious
drywall
force.
stuff down, like to
Called capitalism.
Yeah, no, there's this mysterious force that will that if you pour a liquid or something that's almost liquid out in a big wide area,
back of my throat.
that it will level it,
self
and you
level.
don't have to do anything to it.
Yeah.
So how does that work on a globe?
Gravity. It's called gravity. And technically, if you look at it, if you pour a slab large enough, it will be curved.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will.
Prove it.
Oh man, I used my self leveler.
I can tell you I can tell you that I had to fly from Sydney to Seattle, and I didn't have to fly a long way. I didn't have to fly farther. Damn, never mind.
We know Australia
flew
is not
over
real.
You didn't have to
Antarctica?
fly farther than the
I didn't have to fly over
bird's eye miles or whatever.
Yeah, the flight time from the flight time from Sydney to Cape Town, for example, is not the same amount of time that's required to fly across the pole.
All that flight stuff is nonsense.
Okay, tell me why it's nonsense. I'm just curious.
How they use it as a reason that the Earth is flat. I'm not a flat earther, by the way. I'm just
no. I get it, but tell me. I mean,
okay. So the flat Earth people
believe
that the routes point towards a flat Earth, because if you flatten out the routes, it looks like it's a circle or whatever. Because like to go from Australia anywhere, you have to hub out to Italy or India. I forget where. You always have to go to one central point in the European continent, right? To go from like Africa and Australia.
No,
those two places.
No, you can go from Sydney to Cape Town. You can also go from Sydney to Bangalore
with no stops.
Yeah,
but what's the flight path look like?
It's a straight line across the surface of a sphere.
I don't.
It doesn't exist, folks.
According to these people, I'm not arguing with you. I'm saying they've shown, they've had video. I've seen videos where they show the flight path actually goes north to the European continent and then back south, like a half a triangle. Right angle.
Just look up flight radar and follow the path of a plane going.
I don't care.
And it only makes common sense.
If it's flat, there's like a border, like probably the international date line that's just moves you back to the beginning of where you came from. It's
a conveyor
kind of hyperdimensional fuckery where you fly through a gate and then
well, it's like the Pac-Man effect where you get to the edge of the screen and you pop out on the other side.
Yeah,
that's exactly it. It's called the Pac-Man model.
It's flat, mapped onto an oblate spheroid.
We've solved it.
Whatever. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's all mental masturbation.
I'll do the next best thing.
That explains why I like doing it a lot.
Maybe.
Well, I don't have to really get into specifics.
And why I'm embarrassed when people see me doing it.
Yeah. Stroking your mandible like that. It's horrible.
That's where the hair went.
It's the only hair that's left.
Right off.
I'm not far behind you, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
I have to excuse myself.
You're excused.
Yes.
Jerry, come back, Jerry.
And I will tell you this, and I said it very strongly. Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
He just makes me laugh. I just think, I can't believe he's our president.
I know.
I love my life. I have a wonderful family.
In a
People
way.
think I'm controversial, but the truth is, I'm a nice guy.
He is.
Yeah.
He is.
I know, but
That
it's
is hilarious.
so ridiculous.
It is.
It's so ridiculous.
But that's what's great. Like he shined a light on how much of a joke our system is,
It's so
and
true.
how little the presidency actually matters. Like we could just elect this troll, and things still keep running perfectly fine. And the only problem
expression
I
of
made a lot
clown
of
world.
money in Atlantic City, and I'm very proud of it.
Yes.
The only thing
What
funnier
isn't
than
he
our
proud
president-
of?
I don't know. Yeah.
The only thing funnier than our president is the people that get so triggered by him.
Oh God.
Well, dude, but I mean, there's the people that get so triggered, but there's also the people that like think he's like the next coming of the Messiah. And
Yes.
just, like that. Those people are equally
Those people are
freaking me
funny
out, man.
too.
Dude, it's insane. Like I don't know.
And
just
I gotta
think he's
hand it to the
hilarious.
guy. This is what really makes me respect him. Is he actually got your average red state middle class or working class guy? There's not even a middle class anymore. I gotta say working class.
It's true.
But he actually got them to believe that this born with a silver spoon in his mouth real estate tycoon from New York City is their guy.
was just like them.
His charisma. Well, dude, that's. I mean, he's been on TV for so long, and all these people like Donald Trump was a big name. He's been a name forever. He's a brand. He's
Donald
there.
Trump.
Everybody knows who he is. So it's like when you put this guy that's made people laugh, like they've watched The Apprentice for 12 seasons or however long it ran, like they've seen this guy. They already have opinions made up of him.
Well, it's officially become like the TV reality series where we vote people on and off the island.
Yes,
You know?
Yeah.
The ultimate
Presidency.
reality show.
Survivor.
You know,
God, I wish.
There was a
I've
Max
heard of The
Heard episode
Apprentice
about
until
this.
he got voted in, until he got elected.
You hadn't?
Nah.
Man,
It's
Jerry,
like
I wish I was so disconnected from society. That'd be amazing. Just,
It's like a cross between Survivor and The Office.
I like it. I watch that show.
I did not
Next.
never seen either.
Next on the Survoffice.
Oh man, dude, I was a huge Office fan. That's just because I'm just your standard basic millennial. Like, of course I'm gonna love The Office.
It's the most retarded TV show.
But it wasn't until Dwight lost the idol and got voted off the island.
Yes, I haven't given it a rewatch in a good 5 years, so I may not have the same opinions. But I did enjoy the show.
I gotta say, the Trump presidency is vastly more entertaining than
Oh yeah.
than Bush or Obama was.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's
Thank you
true.
very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Like, I don't know how people take it seriously. Like,
I
Yeah.
don't either, honestly.
So
Like I
And
said
the
before,
answer
he's not doing anything bad.
yeah, well,
I
with
didn't
Bush
say
it was
he was.
with
No, I
Bush
know.
and Obama. With Bush and Obama, it was always death, 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 death,
Yes.
death. And
Yeah.
now that Trump's in there, it's stupid ass remark, Rocket Man, flub.
yeah.
Holy crap! What are we talking about
Space
this week?
Force.
Let's make money.
Donnie, Don.
Dumbass
Hi,
remark.
Donnie,
Kids names,
Don.
death, then kids names again. You know, it's like it's much less death.
Yeah, yeah.
But it ended
Right.
up a win-win deal between
Now,
both parties.
I do have to disagree when you say he didn't do anything wrong because this whole shit.
I
with
didn't
Assange
say
is
that.
really pissing me off. This whole shit with Assange that he's doing really pissing me off.
Yeah.
He's
And
not
that is
doing
cool.
that. Those are Obama regulations.
I have to wonder though. How much of what he's doing with Assange right now, or around, the Justice Department is doing around Assange right now. I have to wonder how much of that is just trying to completely overtop things and get people so invested in it and say, fuck it, he did nothing wrong.
Either
Yeah,
that-
that's
Right.
that's what I
yeah.
Totally.
that's what I
Either
heard
that,
today. It was
or they
how
were
can he
off.
arrest a guy on treason? I mean, he's not even from the U.S.
How can you
Exactly.
arrest? How can you
Exactly.
arrest a
It's like the
snake?
ultimate boner killer.
Yeah.
But he knows that it wasn't Guccifer that took the
Everybody
email.
knows that.
Everybody knows that, except for CNN. Well, they know that too, but
Everybody knows it.
everybody knows that. But
But there's party lines.
yeah, and if he, but okay, so like, okay, you have all these treason charges and shit.
And they're down talking.
But
They're downplaying the
If
treason.
you testify, in this treason trial, which you know, then we'll let you off the hook.
That very well could be.
Yeah.
But you do know, if you read the Constitution, treason, a treasonable act is one where you willingly and intentionally obstruct a government official, i.e., the president, from doing his job. Is treason.
Well, you have to be an American to
I'm talking about Congress.
perform. Yeah. There's lots, and the FBI and the
Those are
alphabet.
different types of treason. I'm saying one type of treason is to obstruct a government official from doing their job.
The
Yeah.
color of treason.
It's his job to be president, and if they are legally blocking him from doing things like they are,
Mhm.
building walls and whatnot, and the district courts are shutting them down, that's technically treason.
He's trying to do what the people voted him in to do, and
He's doing it for the safety of our country.
yeah.
We're getting swamped. I just heard it was like 100,000 people last month.
Yep.
That's a fuckload of people. And the containment, the hotels, whatever they are, they can only hold like 1,000 people.
Yeah, the
So-
latest is that you're probably going to use the military to like kick them out because.
Well, I think we're getting this surge because there was some kind of last call put out. They're going to change the immigration law because right now, okay, if you come to this country and I want asylum, and they take your name and you fill out the applications, they don't send you home. They let you in the country, and it's 3 years until your trial. You're gone, you know?
Yeah, and
That's
if you don't show up to court, then yeah.
Right, exactly. That's how it works today. And what they want to change, the change they want to make, the Republicans introduced this last month or a couple weeks ago. The Republicans want to make it so you have to apply from your home country before you come here. You know, no more of this catch and release kind of shit.
Well, that's how they're supposed to do it anyway. That's how you're supposed to do it.
The last administration changed immigration laws to make it this.
No, I mean, regardless of immigration laws, the international standard is you apply for entry before you enter.
Right, but not here because we'll take anybody or used to.
We got a Statue of Liberty that says it. Come on.
Right.
Well, the Statue of Liberty, of course, is the
cool.
law. The Statue of Liberty is not the law.
It's absolutely the law.
Because you know when the fucking alien invasion comes, they're going to shoot the head off of that thing. It's the first thing that's going to go.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's been
I thought they
created.
were going to blow up Pahrump, Nevada first.
That's
Oh God! Why wouldn't you blow up New York first? It's such a shithole.
I'd rather have
because
the Ghostbusters 2 reality where it just comes to life.
New York City, Manhattan. I'm talking about, guys, not the rest of the state.
No, Pahrump, Nevada is the front gate of Area 51.
Yeah, but Manhattan.
Rachel is the back gate.
Manhattan's the anus. So.
That's where Art Bell
Yeah, but
lived.
I heard they don't have anything there anymore. They moved it all to like Colorado or something.
Yeah, it's under the Denver airport, allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Guarded by a blue horse named Lucifer.
Oh man, I
I
want to meet
thought it
that
was
horse.
in Cheyenne Mountain or something.
No, Cheyenne Mountain is so last week.
And it connects
Really?
back door. It's got a back door to Denver.
I thought they blew that
that's
up when they
right.
had. I thought they blew that up when they had the earthquakes.
If there's anything under Denver, it's the COG built it.
Yeah, no, the back door for Cheyenne Mountain is in the back of the Citgo station in downtown in downtown Colorado Springs.
No, it's in the
Underneath the
hollow
hot
earth.
tub lid.
You're a liar.
It's at the end of a very long hallway that's decorated with like Polish cotton.
Well, you can get. They got the bullet trains that run to them that you can get on in the basement of Walmart.
What about the Agartha?
Walmarts have basements?
Well, they have
That's a new
elevators,
one.
the underground bases. They are the top cover for all the military underground
That's right.
underground military bases.
Yeah.
So I have to wonder though. I have to wonder if the subterranean tunnel network that connects all the Walmart is where the Bigfoot live.
Well, Bigfoot living in a pocket reality, pocket dimension.
Yeah.
Mm.
With the fairies,
With fairies, with the other. Just call it that, with the other.
the other kin.
Just the other, not us, the other.
Father.
But it could be us. That's the thing. I don't know.
But we don't know.
If there were rails for this show, we haven't seen them for at least 11, maybe 14.
Bumpers? It's not bumper bowling, folks.
What's happening?
No bumper bowling in this show.
Bumper bullet? God, I wish.
Bumper ball.
Bumper bullet.
Really? Do you have to use bumpers?
I fucking hate those things. I hate what bowling's become. If you go to a bowling alley today,
I haven't
it's
been
like
to a bowling alley.
Oh, it's like a disco.
you know when old people went crazy in the 60s and like, you kids and your rock and roll. They're
Yeah,
screaming and
that's
like,
me.
throwing shakes around and shit. That's what I feel like when I go into a bowling alley.
Wait a minute, you feel like throwing shakes, or you feel like you're getting shakes on you?
Just saying, they got Cosmic Bowl now. It's all disco
That's all
music.
nonsense. I just
Well,
love
kind of like
because
Atomic Bowl.
the bowling
We used
alley
to
was
have-
it was one of
we
the
used
few
to have-
places.
We used to have Rock and Bowl when I was in high school. We'd go to that.
Where they'd hit all the fluorescent lights at night and shit, and it'd get all dark light and ravey.
Never been to a bowling
Yeah.
alley.
But they put like some lights and shit like that. But we knew the DJ, so we'd always he'd let us bring our CDs and we'd
Oh, nice.
play punk rock and death metal and shit.
The only time I was in bowling alleys is when I went. I bowled in leagues. So when I went to bowl in a league, I went.
You want to see what you're doing?
That's serious stuff. Big bowling.
That's the
If
only
I
time
could-
I like to bowl.
If I could bowl while I was listening to Black Flag doing Tumble and Tumbleweeds, like on a loop, I would totally do it.
You could. AirPods, baby, AirPods.
AirPods.
No, it's not. It's no fun if you don't make everybody else hear it.
Yeah,
Just sing
that's
what you
part
can.
of it.
Just sing loudly, and
Yeah.
everybody can
They'll
hear
all join in.
it. That's what I do.
I wouldn't wear AirPods though.
Lining up on a 7-10 split, drifting over the tumble and tumbleweeds.
I've never picked up a 17 split.
Hmm.
This is why my grandkids are embarrassed.
I was a 240 average, by the way, that guy.
A 240 average, Jared.
Fuck
Man.
The last time I shot 240, I had a golf club in my hand.
I don't think I've ever gotten like over a 160. And all my.
I think I'm the only one that got that guy's joke.
It's
All I know is
drinking time.
I was a 15 handicap when I golfed. I was better at tennis and golf and bowling, better.
Man, that's
The only
wild.
reason I got
Tennis
that
and
guy's
golf.
joke.
Those are like
Yeah,
those are
My
those are
parents
some
thought
that's yuppie city, Jer. Tennis
they were
and
like
golf.
middle class who wanted to be upper middle class, and so we had to learn snooty sports like golf,
Can't you
Played a lot-
see Jerry in a pair of them white shorts?
tennis.
Yeah.
Played a lot of
I
hacky sack.
got that image in my head the rest of the night. Thanks, Jay.
I don't mind. My golf,
Jesus, dude.
my golf tutor, whatever, was a PGA pro. Andy something or other. I forgot his name. But like I had private lessons with this guy for weeks.
Oh, Andy something. I knew him.
I don't remember, dude. It was 40 fucking years ago.
But seriously, did you guys ever get in the hacky sack? Because that was huge and some hack.
Oh, I was totally in the hacky
Dude,
sack.
oh my god, that was my jam, man. That was like for probably like 4 years straight, like junior through like 2 years after high school. We were just like making hack circles everywhere, just playing
Oh,
like
yeah.
crazy. This is so great.
The only time I ever tried to play hacky sack, I strained my groin.
Well, that's the
And
thing, dude. I
bent my
felt
neck.
like I was at like peak kicking abilities at that time. Like I felt like I could just kick the shit out of anything. It's just so
Right.
great. I'm bringing a hack to
Well-
Cryptid Con. We're gonna make a circle.
And I
Exactly.
learned the hacky sack. I was wearing combat boots all the time. So then when I switched to skate shoes,
Oh, it's a game changer. Yeah.
oh yeah, I was like, oh man, I could do this all day.
hmm Yeah, man. It's some good stuff. Get a nice pair of Airwalks or some Vans or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just makes it so much better. Exactly.
You can always
Roger.
find a bag of weed that way. You just go to the
Yep.
bar,
Yeah, dude. For sure.
start hacking. People will show up. You're gonna find you a bag of weed by the time.
Mhm.
Weed,
That's the thing to do.
Bag of weed.
But we don't know.
But
So Andy North was the PGA guy.
why is it so hard to find a bag of weed? Like,
Is
I only know
that Peter's
one
little
person
brother?
who I could get weed from? What's up with that?
Because you live in Georgia.
Oh. Mhm. If I didn't work at a grocery store, it'd be impossible for me.
You should get a job delivering pizzas.
Oh my god, dude, that was my dream job. Yeah, you
Yeah.
get that. That's where restaurants
And
are
you know
where all the
everything
degenerates
is in
hang.
town, yeah.
Yeah, dude. once you-
Twice.
I just
Twice
found
I had
this-
jobs bring pizzas.
Yeah,
It was
great.
awesome.
It was great until I crashed my car all those
Totally
times.
missed it. I may go back to doing it.
Hey,
I may
Felix
get
is
out of the
back.
shoe business and go back into delivering pies.
Do it.
Nobody
yeah.
hangs out like downtown or wherever in the city anymore. You know what I mean? Like they used to. So
Welcome back, Felix. You got a guitar in your hand too. I think. What do you?
boy.
You just come back for a little musical rendition for us?
time for the musical interlude.
Sure. Let's do it.
All right.
Next
You guys-
up, with the girl from Ipanema.
What have you guys been talking about?
Oh man, a little bit of everything. Like my show notes is gonna say.
Yeah. The usual.
A little bit of everything. Blew some minds. Talking about some cool shit. Give it a listen.
It's a
Talked
fucking
about
gumbo in here. Up in
Yes, it is.
UFOs and woo woo and hurricanes and
Mm-hmm.
deep
And
underground
mind control.
military
Yeah.
bases,
Mhm.
here. Politics.
And all of the above.
politics, and hashtag.
You've been talking
Oh yeah,
about
we did.
Oh, sorry. No, I just thought of something.
Everybody stand back.
Oh.
Mental masturbation. We talked about.
I saw a trailer for a movie that's coming out called Project Ithaca,
Ooh.
and it's an alien invasion movie.
But
But
feeds into the narrative.
That sounds
no,
familiar.
yeah, but it's virtual.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Psychic aliens? Like, oh
Yeah.
man, that sounds pretty
Pokemon
awesome.
Go?
Wow.
Like Pokemon Go, exactly. It's all augmented reality. Yes.
I don't know. It's pretty crazy.
It sounds
Wait a
pretty
minute,
cool.
saying
The
psychic
number of
aliens?
alien invasion movies that are coming out in like the next 12 months is ridiculous.
Well, it's to get us all ready.
Yeah, it's part of the narrative.
I know, but it's ramping up.
Just get you in the spirit of things.
You're
Just
Isn't
look
psychic
at-
aliens kind of redundant? Like
Psychic.
lame hipsters?
Oh, I see
Like-
what you did there.
You get more UFO woo from the New York Times than you used to like be able to get from
Yeah.
books
From
in the
AOL.
80s. Yeah.
Yeah, they're talking about the Navy Tic Tac thing now at the New York Times.
Yeah.
Again, 2 years
Again.
later.
Yeah, to push the project.
It's the same fucking story.
Yeah.
It is.
Recycle.
But now it's got that added bonus, that extra, splash of confirmation.
Yeah.
Hey, reduce, reuse, recycle. It's good for the
And
environment.
then tune in on May 31st to the History Channel to get a full dose of the entire story.
Exactly. That we want you
Yeah.
to believe.
Mhm.
Modern problems require a modern solutions.
Yes, they
If you
do.
want any
Best
aliens
meme ever.
in hands with Truman, I'm gonna fucking throw something.
I hope
like
so. What do you, all right, Felix, let's do some jam time, buddy.
This is Valiant Thor.
You want to do a little sound check?
Yeah, well,
wait.
sure.
Yeah, try it out.
Can you hear me? And
Oh, yeah.
Hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
How do you like me now?
These guys are going on tour with Bush. The name of the band's Live.
Oh, I know live.
Lightning crashes live.
Lightning crashes live. It sounds like.
Lighting Crashes Live.
Yes.
What's it's kind of funny is they're called Live. That's their band name. So people are like, "What are you seeing live? That kind of thing. Live." I think they're going on another. They're doing a tour with Bush because Bush had their. It's like the 25th anniversary of that.
Do we just hit like? Yeah, I was gonna say, are we in like the mid '90s right now? Do we hit some kind of time portal?
It was some kind of time reset. Is Bush like a female-led band or female band?
Oh, Gavin Rosdale. He had. Is he still with Gwen Stefani? Let's get some good media news here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, we're just finally getting to the point where 90s is about to be retro.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be on the
Classic.
oldies channel.
We're coming out of the 80s retro and going into the 90s retro.
I have like a super crush on Gwen Stefani.
Yeah. This shit is
And she got
bananas.
like face
Oh, my
surgery.
Future ex-wives
Oh, I'm
and
sure.
any current ones.
I mean, I did like 20,
Tony's
25 years ago. but
No, she's still hot.
I don't even know what she looks like.
Exactly the same because she drinks the
Mhm.
baby blood.
I haven't
Yeah.
thought about her in a while.
Yeah, you got to drink the baby blood.
We don't know.
They keep her under
Go ahead and
plastic
talk.
until they're ready to take her
I
out
want
and
to
use it for
talk about
something.
censorship afterwards.
Okay, so we'll put
In the
censorship
second
on the
segment,
shelf. I
because-
like it.
I got something that's bothering me.
All right. Let it
Grinding
stew.
your gears.
It's grinding its gears. All right, Felix, take it away. It's all you. I'm
All right.
I'm muting down.
Okay, here goes. I'll just go right away because I'm kind of ready.
All right.
All right. This one goes out to Talam in the chats and everyone else that showed up on the 100th episode. All those guys. Who was all there? I forget.
Everybody.
Fletcher,
Oh yeah, we had
Booty Rooter,
yeah.
Noggin,
K Dog.
K-Dog,
Mr. Poopy Butthole,
Yep.
all them.
Sleepy
Okay.
Gary.
Hello, kids.
Sleepy Gary.
Sleepy Gary. Yeah, don't remember him?
No, I do.
I don't.
I do.
Okay, here's a song. It's actually Lightning Crashes, their hit song.
One head.
Why?
Lightning plane crashes, no mother cries. All right, let me start over. Lightning crashes and new mother cries. Her placenta falls to the floor. The angel opens her eyes. The confusion sets in before the doctor can even close the door. Lightning crashes and old mother dies. Her intentions fall to the floor. The angel opens her eyes. The confusion that was hers belongs now to the baby down the hall. Oh, and I feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind. Forces pulling from the center of the earth again. I can feel it. Lightning crashes, a new mother cries. This moment she's been waiting for. The angel opens her eyes. Pale blue colored eyes. Presents a circle. What's the glory eye too high? High. Oh, and I feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind. Forces pulling from the center of the earth again. I can feel it. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. I can feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind. Forces pulling from the center of the earth again. I can feel it. I can feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder chasing the wind. Oh, forces blowing from the center of the earth. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it coming back again, like a rolling thunder
Beautiful,
yes,
Felix.
And yes.
Very lovely.
That was great. That was
that
that
was
was absolutely great. You nailed it, man.
I got his
And
voice down.
while you were playing that, it came to my attention that that's not the national anthem.
No, no.
We're gonna get on change.org and we can fix that.
It should be.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that should be. But you performing it though, not
You
live.
performing it.
Yes.
Well,
I'll
you
do the
can
next
perform
best.
it live. Yeah, you can perform it live, but not live perform.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Good stuff.
Good song.
Thanks, Felix.
You're welcome.
Think about how much money you would make if
Millions. How much? How much money would Trump
much
pay
you
him
think-
to do that?
how much money you think he would make if that wasn't if
James
Our
is missing the
national
cue. James, you're missing the cue.
Oh, sorry, I'm all over the place here.
Couple of rupees.
and nudge nudge.
Yeah.
No.
2,300.
There we go.
That's
stuff.
believable.
Oh,
I might have
man.
been. I might have been overloading the mic. That it sounded like it was
Only
kinda-
like twice, I think it clipped.
Oh yeah, but
Okay.
it was good.
All right. Yeah.
It came through nice. You nailed it.
Nice.
Yeah, the sound was really good. Most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's no sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry the sound was good, guys. I was really trying to mess it up.
Sorry, I come on your podcast to perform live music. Come on. Come on. Oh,
I
it's beautiful.
loved
Great stuff. Jerry, so you're triggered?
No.
Well, not triggered.
I'm noticing
something
a
you want to
trend
write?
that's bothing me.
What's bugging you? What's grinding your
I heard
gears?
something about ex-wives,
No,
future
we've-
ex-wives. You talking
No,
about me?
this is
Tiffany, Michelle, Kai, Donnie, Don, Tiffany.
You never know.
I've noticed a trend in people on YouTube, like avoiding certain words that they speak and pointing to something printed on the screen instead of saying Nazi.
Japan.
They avoid saying Nazi because they'll get demonetized.
So
Yeah.
they'll just post it.
And pedophile too. That's another one.
And they're saying words like they're pronouncing
China.
them differently. Like Syria is Syria or something. I don't know. It's some stupid
Sia.
thing.
I
So
don't know.
they're just
Come up
trying-
with euphemisms or whatever. I'm just saying it's self-censorship.
It is.
It's bad that they have to do this, and they shouldn't.
yeah.
So they're
trying
doing
to
it.
beat the
They're doing it to.
algorithm.
Yeah, I was just gonna say like to trick the algos. Sounds like yeah.
And they're just going
Man.
to catch you and ban you for trying to play them.
Yeah, it's a crazy world right now of the
I haven't
censorship.
been noticing that.
That's
Oh.
because we only have like 5 subscribers between us. That's the other thing too. We're not monetized channels, so we could say whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah,
True.
what are they gonna do?
Yeah, when you're hitting like,
Well, they can
God,
ban.
some of the kids are.
If they get a larger view, if you gain a larger viewership, there's more chance of something you say will piss someone off, and will get someone else will hear it and go, "Oh, really?" Report it. Report them for
So what you want them to do is
community
just say
standards
it,
violations.
to say it and kind of stand their ground and say the words without.
Yes,
Oh, this is crazy. My
Even if
wife
it's like
got
their
banned.
only form of income.
My
I don't
wife
care.
got banned on YouTube like last week. She never even hardly watches YouTube, and she never comments on anything, so it's not from any comments. The only video she's ever uploaded, she made a promo video with some service for our business once, and you had to pay to download the video, but you could upload it to YouTube for free. So she did that.
Did she
But
show
the
her
only-
boobs?
No,
No.
it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't even have her in it. It was like some stupid.
somebody
But
reported it
because-
for copyright.
What?
Or was it because you were like bypassing the YouTube something or other? Like you were getting money from it, and then
And they
yeah,
weren't
that's
getting
weird.
it.
No, we weren't getting any money from it.
They needed more.
Who was the guy on? I don't know if he was on CNN or something, but No Agenda played this clip a couple times of the guy who just says he said that a couple of his main interests were something, and boobs.
Boobs. I don't remember that.
Long lines of cocaine, whiskey.
But he said it just like without any regard, and he kind of said it to kind of troll CNN. I can't remember what it was. Two of his like most favorite things in the world was one something politics, and then
Boobs.
We don't know.
Maybe it's like only fake boobs.
Yeah.
Nobody likes fake boobs. Yeah.
Boobs is boobs. More than a mouthful is too much.
I'd much rather have small boobs than fake boobs. So.
And you guys doing yard work?
I did a little bit of yard work.
I'm trying to avoid it.
We're getting some weird like growth in our yard. It's like I don't even know.
Grubs.
What it is. It's grubs.
Grubs.
And it's
probably.
It's only in our yard.
Like, what's it doing?
It's
Is it patchy?
it looks kind of like hay.
Yeah, it's grubs.
That's grubs.
Yeah, and what grubs turn into are beetles.
And they grow in stalks.
It goes from plants to beetles.
No, not.
No.
Grubs are little white worms that are underground, and they start eating the roots of your grass.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And
what
then-
makes it like straw. 'cause
Yeah,
it's
it makes it like straw. You can almost grab like a section of your grass, and it'll like pull right out.
You think we got grubs?
I have them, dude. I mean, but
Does it make the grass?
do you ever have like weird little holes in your ground, like something was digging there?
Sure.
Yeah, those are like squirrels and raccoons and shit. They go digging in your fucking grass looking for the grubs.
Armadillos will do it.
It's
if
like
you
a
get
2-year
armadillos
cycle,
over here.
basically. Yeah. It's
Could
like
it happen where like skips everyone's yard except for ours?
yeah. Like my yard will have it. Then like a couple, my neighbors and this and that, like they'll be fine. And that, then you'll see it a little bit further down. It's just it almost looks like every dog came over and pissed on your yard.
That's weird.
Yeah. And they're grubs.
Grubs.
Yeah, and I know that just because recently I was looking into it and I read the whole thing, and that's exactly what it is.
Should I go to grubs.com or what?
No, I actually got a service, like a long, not like to cut my grass, but like a long place, and they come like 6 times a year or some shit. But they recommended something, but in one of their things they have is grub control, and I looked it up like to how do you know if you have them? And you're explaining, and what I'm explaining is exactly the same thing.
Who you gonna call?
Grub? No, actually, it's my lawn care. Here's a plug. Weed Man is the name of the lawn care place.
You gotta call the Weed Man.
Weed Man, yeah. They've been in business for like 20 some years. I've always seen their trucks. I'm like, hey, Weed Man.
Yeah, we got some company that comes by. They do the neighbor's yard. They do
Yeah.
the yard, and they just do it all at once.
I noticed some kudzu up in my juniper today.
Oh,
We planted a bunch of.
God,
We planted a bunch of variegated ivy so that the kudzu wouldn't grow.
It doesn't look healthy at all.
Walla Walla kudzu.
Oh,
Kudzu is not good for your trees, that's for sure.
I don't have
Invasive.
trees. It's just juniper. I don't give a shit.
We have tons of trees.
I just was reading this article on is 5G killing like trees.
Yeah, it's killing trees.
It's
Yeah,
killing
it is.
trees for real.
Yeah, for sure.
For real.
Let me
God.
find this shit. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it was in
But-
New York Times or something. It was
yeah,
the tree. It was like 100 feet away or something, and it was dead.
yeah.
Well,
let
then-
me find this.
I mean, it's obviously safe for us, though, right? The trees aren't as
Oh, yeah.
hardy as we are.
Totally. Yeah. Tree's been around for like 180 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have a harder on the outside, so
Way
they,
more
Yeah.
hardy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
it
mean, they got
beats
that. They
out-
got that pussy bark around them and stuff. Come on, we could handle it.
It's like armor. They got to tick away at it, but it goes right through us. It doesn't rip anything up on the way through.
No, not at all. Yeah, I
Well, it
don't
doesn't
see.
go through us, right? It doesn't go through us.
It does.
I thought it only goes like skin deep or something.
It'll go well. Allegedly, some of the
So yeah,
Some of the
everyone that's
upper-
gonna
upper
get those.
frequencies can penetrate, and some of the lower ones can actually match your organ natural frequencies.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
my poor balls.
I guess isn't it like the Chinese 5G that they're doing? They're running it on like a much lower frequency than what we have planned, or something like that they're rolling out.
I'm worried
It's
about the insects because I
5
think
gigahertz.
the terahertz range where they're getting
the
up before
bees.
the bees talk. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
dude, bees are done for.
Yeah, they're already screwed too.
If they're done for, we're done for.
Right. If the bees die off, we die.
We're
Did
fine.
you see the Black Mirror episode with the bees?
No. Oh man, I got to get back on that show. Oh, it's so mind warping. I hate to watch that show.
I don't even want to talk about it because it'll spoil all of it, basically.
Did anybody watch?
Really get into specifics.
Yeah.
I even had to like make a new email account so I could get the free Netflix month, so I could watch. What was the Black Mirror where the
Bandersnatch.
Bandersnatch? Yeah.
I never finished watching that.
I mean, either it was so lame.
I
liked it.
know.
Hey, I liked it.
Well, there were so many choices that like some of
Yeah,
them
I'm
were
not-
lame, some of them were funny.
I don't want to play
Yeah,
a game. I want to
I'm
watch
okay.
it. Want to watch a show. Don't you make
Has
me interact?
anybody
Yeah.
watched that show? What If with
It kinda-
Renee Zellweger?
I got through 2
No.
episodes.
I hung in there. I watched the whole thing. It was all right.
Bandersnatch depressed me because after going through every single option at one point or another, I made it through all of them, and none of them turn out good. There's not a happy ending in the bunch. So
How convenient.
I started watching OA down at my parents', and then I had to stop watching it because there was like this little splits, like 3-second sex scene. It was funny because my mom was in the kitchen, and then my dad was playing like on his tablet playing a gambling game, and all of a sudden I'm sitting there watching. And there was this sex scene. I'm like, all right, I got to turn this off, and he didn't even notice it.
yeah.
But I didn't.
So you can't watch sex scenes at your parents' house? Like if there's a movie with a sex scene, you got to shut it off immediately?
Well, I mean, it was like full nudity.
I fucking
Oh,
whipped my dick
okay.
out, man. But
Just start hammering and hammering. And hammering.
I don't know. Sorry.
I didn't want
I'm
to. I
thinking
didn't
like
want to be watching
kissing.
that.
That's great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
Oh,
like
it is really
awkward.
Yeah,
OA is really good.
Not
But I
as
usually
awkward
watch,
as the
Wait,
porn I watched.
So you're
second
telling me
season's good.
you guys don't watch like Pornhub at Thanksgiving instead of football? Is that what you're telling me right now?
I don't watch
thought-
football.
Then
I
there's
thought that was
something
normal.
Certainly not very good.
I think I've gone through all the Pornhub already.
only
I've gone
hentai.
through it.
I've gone through all of it, the entire catalog. I've consumed
This
every
is
hour.
boring. I need a new one.
What's your click rate, Jared?
Oh
Like,
man.
2 seconds?
Around.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh Jesus Christ.
Is there a family tradition we watch hentai tentacle porn? You know?
Yes,
Tentacle
exactly.
porn.
Yes.
Our tradition is to go to
Wow.
the movies.
Oh, it was that politician
Yeah,
that
make
was
sure you.
like defending the tentacle porn. I was like, I watched that with my son or something.
Oh, yeah,
man.
Yeah.
They don't-
He was a Bigfoot porn artist too, right? Wasn't he?
Or said a different. No, that was the different guy, the Bigfoot erotica.
Yeah, the Bigfoot erotica.
He was
was
a
different,
congressman. He's a congressman, and I think he won his district. I'm pretty sure. But
yeah. Did he?
yeah, man, there's nothing wrong with hentai. You know, you can't show penises. You just gotta mosaic them out.
Well, that's why they use tentacles.
That's why
I
they
mean,
use tentacles.
duh. They don't have to
It's
get a
it's some serious social conditioning of repression and censorship that have made them resort to this wild animation.
finger. Right.
But you know, that's where America's heading. They're gonna censor everything, and then the edgelords are gonna find ways around it, and we're gonna end up with tentacle porn. It's gonna happen.
Well, they have have you seen those? They have like the dildos that like lay eggs.
Well, I don't know what this is, but I want to
Yes,
see
I
that.
have
I'm instantly going to Google right
they're
now.
weird.
Dildos.
Like alien.
What do you mean they lay
hive
eggs?
mother.
That's exactly
Yeah,
what I'm saying,
Hatchimals?
Suzanne. Let's find this out.
It's a slimy ass egg that comes out of it.
Yeah, it's made out of
For what?
It's like a
gelatin
blue
eggs.
avian cream pie.
Oh, the emerging fetish of laying eggs inside yourself.
They have different
Ew.
sizes. and
The
shit.
You're not a nice person.
what is it? The ovipositor lays. Yes, I'm 18.
Ovipositor, that's it.
I'm 18 years old. Don't you have my data? Okay, the ovipositor lays gelatin eggs in the body cavity of your choice. Fancy the sensation of mushy extraterrestrial ovum slopping out of them is a real treat. Oh my god! It looks
Oh
like
my
those. You guys
God.
remember having those squish eggs when you were kids, and you'd squish them and they'd like smash into goo, but then they'd go back to egg form. That's exactly what they look like.
Yeah, but it's just made out of gelatin.
I'll drop the link in chats so everybody else can
but you know
enjoy
what?
this in
I thought.
Discord.
But you know, an ovipositor is like the anatomical name of it.
Look at that thing. It looks like an alien dildo.
Well, I think
And it
that's
just-
the company name too, or something.
Guys, this is crazy. Oh, K-Dog, that's a great video right there with Jello shot eggs. Man, college is so cool. Why didn't I go? Man, I could have had that going on.
I mean,
You can still go.
like,
You're never too
bird
old.
dick.
Yeah, like community
Couple.
college. Nothing cool happens there. Come on.
Oh shit, Jello shots with those.
I know, man.
things.
This is it's
dude.
wild. This is completely
That's-
wild.
That would be funner to film.
Maybe that's what they
K-Dog's
found in,
gonna bring one to CryptidCon.
oh,
There you go.
maybe that's the shit they found here in California in this reservoir where they put 96 million, I think,
8 billion.
96 million black balls in a water reservoir.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
wild picture.
Yeah, I guess it's supposed. I guess there was some carcinogen substance found, and they were that they were below like safe limits. For,
Right. Well, didn't
plant.
they say that like this is some kind of technique they have to cool down the water or something? Like,
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, the black balls and
Yeah.
the water
Yeah.
balls. No, it wasn't to control the evaporation. That's what everybody thought. It was like keep the water.
No, it's some
evaporation.
carcinogenic chemical.
But it was. I forget. I watched something about that, and there was a difference.
So let's see. They did. So the water treatment plant was a little confused since they didn't see any such levels in their test, and this test led to examining their reservoir as a source of a carcinogenic substance, which was confirmed. Not that the reservoir itself, but while the water is in the open and exposed to sunlight, the sunlight can trigger a chemical reaction between the chlorine and non-carcinogenic trace substance to form a carcinogenic substance.
Where
so
was that at
it's-
here in California?
This isn't. I guess it's apparently the reservoir that supplies the Los Angeles area.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, so there were some unintended but apparently beneficial side effects. One of is the balls prevent birds from accessing the water, so there's a little less bird poop in the water. Also, another consideration
Southern
was
California is always
evaporation.
paranoid about poop in the water.
Yeah, evaporation, but there are competing facts that come into play which determine evaporation rates. The black absorbs a lot more sunlight than most other colors. Yeah, we get that. Okay, great. So there you go. Black balls. Tons of them in LA.
I thought they were I think they were trying to sell us that they were for evaporation or something.
Yeah, I guess they couldn't really. There's different competing views on. Apparently, mostly it's whatever it blocks the sunlight from spawning some type of mutagenic substance. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's great.
More polluted water.
That's
What do
great.
you know?
Yeah, sure. Oh, I saw I have to look that up. I saw like a Twitter post on something about like in St. Louis they're just dumping sewage into the river there.
Why?
Yeah, I don't know. I gotta look that up. That's how we
Wait,
do the
is it-
show right on the fly. St. Louis.
Exactly. Is it flooding there in St. Louis?
No, this was like sewer dump river. Google, help me now.
Google.
Grub.com.
Oh no, that's from 2017. I just saw this.
You guys ever heard of Dirty Ernie jokes?
No, you got some?
I got a couple. I got
Okay.
two. He's like a smart ass kid, but in third grade. So he's in math class one day. He's in the back of the class, and the teacher's writing up on the bulletin board, on the blackboard rather, and he reaches in his pocket and he's got these two balls and he rolls them up the aisle at the teacher's feet. And she turns around and she goes, "Okay, who's the comedian with the black balls?" And Dirty Ernie goes, "Oh, Flip Wilson."
Is there an actual comedian who's black?
Yeah,
named Flip Wilson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an old joke.
Flip Wilson.
You got to make it more modern.
That takes all the beauty out.
You got to say like Eddie Murphy or
It's
something.
long. It's like a long joke that with a limited payoff. The kid swears he swears whenever he can, right? So they're going through the alphabet asking a letter, tell me a word that starts with the letter A with the letter B. And the teacher's avoiding picking on Ernie because he'll be dirty. And she finally gets to R. And she can't think of a dirty thing you could say, with the letter R. And she finally picks on Ernie. She goes, "Okay, Ernie." And he goes, "A rat, a big fucking rat."
That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, they're lame jokes. Like, like a ham sandwich walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve food here."
Oh, get it? Man, where's that rim shot? I got that somewhere
Yeah.
too. I'm way off.
My-
You guys remember the
My,
night when Sean Shameless was telling jokes and Failed was ruining every single one? Every
Yeah.
single joke Sean told, Failed would just end it before he could. It was literally like 30 jokes in a row, and he was getting so pissed.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny.
That was. It's good times. Rim shot.
My brother-in-law bought a electric scooter.
Why?
Does he live in?
Like the kind you ride on?
There it is. We'll just retroactively use that.
Is he a soy boy?
Yeah, why do
He
you
just lives pretty close. I think he's got a better paying job, and he lives pretty close to work, and he doesn't want to drive, so he hops on this like futuristic looking scooter.
Sounds like that weird shit going on and that they were talking about on No Agenda, where they're trying to it's like the push to eliminate cars in like cities and shit, and just get everybody on these fucking scooters.
So you can't go
Make
far.
them even more dependent on the government. That's a great-
Exactly, yeah. And people are
Say
tripping
those-
out. Like people are like they was like 5 days into this bill that they passed. I don't know. It might have been Austin or something. I don't know if it was, but people were tripping
They
out.
pushed him into the streets.
Yeah,
they can't go on the sidewalks anymore.
Yeah. So they're all out in the streets and like, yeah, they're just coming every which way.
Well, he says he's like the first person to have it in like live in like Wisconsin. So it's
Oh,
like
wow.
central Wisconsin, and he says he's the first one, and he doesn't know if like a cop will, give him a hard time for having this electric scooter out and about.
Ugh.
Ugh.
It's pretty sleek. I got on it and it goes like 16 miles per hour or something.
Ooh, 16?
Pretty zippy.
60?
16. It's pretty zippy.
It'd be
16.
nice, it'd be
Tokyo,
nice if
Iowa.
you like lived in like an area where you could get places on a scooter. Like it'd be pointless for me because I have like a 45-minute drive to work. So
Yeah,
Just
that would
him
take me
getting
3
on
hours.
So
At
it's
tops.
empty the battery.
yeah,
At top speed, that would take me 3 hours to get to work.
yeah, it wouldn't be happening.
Yeah.
But I mean, I
Where
guess
do
if,
you work?
if you
45-minute
if you
drive?
could pull it off.
Do you work in
It's
the
a long
city,
drive.
Jake?
Huh?
Do you work in the city?
Athens.
Athens.
Oh, right by Terrapin, the brewery.
Yeah, that's like right down the street there.
Yeah.
You ever
Nice.
think about moving closer to your work?
Well, I mean, I just started the job last week, so.
I interviewed for a job out in Athens. What was the company? Don't tell me. Never mind. Are they in the upstairs of a building, like in the middle of downtown?
No.
Chippendales?
Okay. I forget what company it was. It was very cool, but they didn't make it up.
Chippendales?
No. It was some .com. But it was a local thing. Like they do
GoDaddy.
local, like Patch, like I think it's patch.com. It has they basically give you a CMS for your town or whatever, for your county.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like WordPress for townships, put it that way. But it's more than that. But I don't remember who it was. Never mind.
I got this through a staffing. I got this through a staffing company. So
yeah, I did too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I always get pleased.
Don't tell me you're a sign shaker.
No. Definitely not a sign shaker.
I don't know what that means.
The guys that are standing on the corner,
like flip your mattress, the sale.
Yeah, dressed up like around here they got the ones that dress up like the Statue of Liberty and spin the sign for tax.
Yeah, like around tax time.
Yeah.
So apparently,
does that really work for people?
Huh? I mean, I can't imagine you get paid that much for it, and it's hot.
I just think it's like
$5 an hour, and then 95 and 100% humidity, and you got a Statue of Liberty costume.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Cash for gold.
It's like the mascot costumes in Disney World in the summer.
I mean, I'd probably rather work at McDonald's than flip a sign like that. Like,
make more money.
Maybe, I don't know. I never had a fast food job either, so.
I never worked in fast food either. I've had restaurant jobs, but never of the fast food variety.
Yeah, I worked in a lot of kitchens when I was younger.
Well, dude, because that's the place to be, man. You get all the pussy and the drugs if you work in a kitchen. That's a fact.
My dad had his own business, and we had to work in his warehouse.
Well, for a while in New Orleans, I had the best job, the easiest job ever. Didn't pay that much, but I was the seafood dethaler. And most of our seafood was fresh, but like the calamari and if like crawfish weren't in season, then we'd use frozen. But most of the seafood was fresh. So I would just take these vacuum sealed packs, mostly just calamari, fill up a pot of water, throw in the vacuum seal bags, then go to the bar across the street, drink beer, smoke a bowl in the alley, come back, check on it. Yeah.
Women can't afford to take care of their children, feed their children breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're being laid off right now as I speak. I represent the rent is too damn high party.
Yeah. That's for Felix.
The rent is too damn high.
A 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
The rent is too damn high. Man.
The landlord can reduce your rent, but they take you to court, you're going to get evicted because the attorney firm that represents the landlord sit on the judiciary committee to appoint them to the bench. As a karate expert, I will not talk about anyone up here because our children can't afford to live anywhere.
That's why.
I was reading something today about the avocado toast thing. Where
God.
Yeah, where the guy's like, oh, well, basically said, like, if you weren't eating avocados, then you'd be able to afford a house. And it's like,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense.
Yeah.
Totally, right?
It adds up over time.
Yeah.
Expensive avocados.
Oh, shit.
I mean, okay, so they're what, like $3 a piece or something like that?
I don't know. Maybe,
and then they just always go rotten.
Yeah. You can't
They
trust produce,
rot
man.
fast. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
I like
My mom was telling me that you can the moment you notice that they're perfect, just throw them in the fridge and you can
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. So they hold up. They kind of stop the decaying process in the fridge.
Yeah, just they put them in the
It
fridge.
slows it down, yeah. When I lived in San Diego area, we had a avocado tree in her front yard.
Yeah, I don't trust fruits and vegetables. I haven't had one in 20 years.
That's nasty.
Your insides feel like all black.
Yes, I just have horrible scurvy.
Well, actually,
That's why I drink Diet Pepsi. I just figure
It'll
I
eat the
Exactly.
acid. It'll eat it all
my
out.
insides.
There you go, Susan.
I'm good. If I haven't died by now, I'm gonna live
Yeah,
forever.
well, that's the way I look at it. God, that'd be such a curse to live forever. Oh my God.
Oh, I know. I would hate that.
It'd be the worst.
You don't find out until too late. And you go, I've blown everything.
I know.
Yeah. Eternal life
You'd be
is the worst
reminiscent.
curse.
You'd be reminiscing forever.
You just forget.
Oh man,
you
just
forget more
thinking
than
back.
anything. I think you
How
just be
far back
permanent.
can you think back
Yeah,
before
dude.
you? Yeah.
At some point, you just permanently
I'm
be living in the
200, but
moment.
I forgot the first 100 years of my life.
Yeah. Just be living in the moment. You wouldn't care about anything that
I
ever
can't remember
happened.
what I did last week, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Would you be okay with living forever through reincarnation?
Well, I think we do that already.
I heard
For
that
some part of
program.
What did you hear, Jar?
I heard that program is disabled.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, dude! I hit Control Delete. We're good. I reset it. Everything's
no.
okay.
The reincarnation program.
Yeah, no. I got that back up and going. We're all right.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah, we're good.
Just needed a reboot.
Yeah, it needed a reboot. That was it. Unplug it. Jesus.
We fixed it.
Okay, good. Thank you. The moon men. Thank you. Moon men. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say.
Oh man,
Dude, I mean, shit like reincarnation, I get skeptical of, and then you hear those stories of those kids being able to like recite shit that there's no way that they could know of past lives that they can confirm. But then again, who knows if that's even real? But they're convincing stories, and I like them.
Yeah, they would talk about like people like that was like your family before. Or whatever.
Yeah, like
That they were
specific details.
A person
But then they
before
would-
would
yeah.
have memories.
There was a kid
And it
who
would be
was
like
born-
oddly similar to reality, but then there would be like something really major that was off. So maybe
Not
it's
usually.
strange.
The ones that were legit, there was one I remember, the kid had a scar on his head and remembered being killed by so-and-so over
Yeah.
in this other town. And they drove over to the other town, and sure enough, that dude, his neighbor, had killed some other guy with an axe through the head right where that birthmark
Mm-hmm.
is.
There's weird shit like
yeah,
that
I
going
remember
on.
that. That was like in India.
In India, yeah. So yeah, it's questionable, but there was actually a story called Something About My Child on some
Well, yeah.
TV channel years ago.
Tell you the Dalai Lama doesn't think it's questionable.
Well, maybe it's the only thing that can happen because we're trapped in this prison and our energy can't escape out of it. So when we die, our energy flies up and then just bounces off of whatever the hell system that we're in, and then just sinks back down into whatever living organism it could jump in. It's just on this reboot cycle. It's not just us, but there's just this energy. I wouldn't call it a soul, maybe.
Well, if you listen
Something.
to some people, like who was talking about, Lisa Harrison was talking about this, that the system that was in place was that when you die, you go to the astral plane or a portion of the astral plane until you're sorted out or whatever happens.
Mm-hmm.
And there are quote unquote programs in there to trick you, like the false light program or other things to ensnare you back into, it's all opt in.
The rinse and repeat cycle.
Right.
Yeah, it's all opt in, but they scare you in that direction.
Yeah.
I don't know how much I buy into that. Don't go into the light thing.
I don't know either. I'm just saying, just what they say.
It seems risky. To
But
me.
according
It's
to
like,
her, also the astral plane's been shut down.
see, that doesn't even make sense.
I don't know. I can't go there, so I don't know.
Do you think they'll ever get rid of physical money?
If they
I
have
don't
their
think
way.
so.
And most of our money is just ones and zeros as it is. So
99% of people don't give a shit.
You think they'll get rid of coins in America?
They don't understand.
yeah,
My next new album's called Coins in America.
Ooh,
like that.
nice.
nice.
Came up with it just now.
Yeah, I could see it. Like I could see him going to a purely digital.
I think there would be too much push. People would freak out. They wouldn't know what to do.
Oh, they won't be able to do it for about 20 years, but I think 20 years from now, everybody.
I think the
That
people
gives
that
enough of a
will,
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
We should
I would
start.
agree.
We should start our own currency.
Which in the 80s, that was like the vision of a dystopian future. You know?
Still is.
We should.
Yeah.
Ties right into social credit scoring and all that crap, which is already kind of happening
Right.
in the skies.
We should start our own currency where we share or trade our skin flakes.
Yes, that's a keeper.
Ooh. Yeah.
Skin flakes.
Nice.
Skin flakes.
That's a keeper.
I'll
I'm gonna go to
trade
the
you my.
beach. I'm gonna sit in the sun all day, and I'm gonna get rich.
Yes. Burn the shit. Flaking.
Like, you want any moisturizer? Hell no, motherfucker! I'm making money.
Just pop it. I'm flaking today.
You're mining for flakes.
Yeah. Throw out that Head and Shoulders, man. We need that.
Yeah, how did they know that Vic? What was his name? Fuck, I fucked up the joke. Never mind.
I was at a barber shop really recently, and I went with my wife and my son. It's a barber shop for men, and this lady was shampooing my hair, and I couldn't help but think that it was just like on the verge of like being kind of like sexual. How she was,
Oh,
how
Dude,
she
I
was
love
like
getting that
massaging my
shampoo.
hair, and I was feeling guilty. And then afterwards, they have like these old time little
Happy ending.
no, like a massage, like a massage machine.
Okay.
He asked me, he goes, "Would you like a massage?" And I go, nah, maybe next time.
Did you get a hot shave?
Yeah, then we had no, they put like, you know, like a hot towel around your neck, and the whole time it was like tickling my neck, so I had to hold.
Oh, you got a haircut. I get those all the time.
shave and a haircut.
That's my place.
I had to hold it. I had to hold in like the laughter and like hold like the little part of my shirt because my neck was just. I got a super ticklish neck.
Oh, tickle boy.
Yeah.
Place in Atlanta.
So, do you know how they found out that Vic Morrow? Hey, you won't get the joke. Had dandruff.
How he had dandruff?
Yeah.
How did he?
How'd they find it out, Jerry?
They found his Head and Shoulders in the bushes.
Man.
Oh my gosh.
That's like my total joke repertoire. Well, I got more, but that's it.
I don't have any.
I mean, the rest I have are like long 20-minute jokes with the kick in the balls kind of.
The best jokes are spur of the moment one-liners anyway.
Yeah.
Shit, guys. I think 101's about done.
Wait. Do you guys ever do a this day in history on this show?
Every week we do it.
This day in history, on May 28th in 2019, 7 of us gathered and recorded Cruise.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
And it's
And
a
then
6
live
day.
forever.
We talked about a bunch of bullshit.
That's what we do, and that's what the show notes are going to say.
Laughs were had.
Jerry, you have an exciting guest on Nox Mente tomorrow night.
We do. We have Alan Greenfield
Yeah,
that's going to
that's
be great,
gonna
man.
Really good. He's
from the author of The Secret Cipher of the UFOnauts.
Yes,
and lots of other things.
tons of
too.
others.
And I believe he's excited, so that should be a good show.
Great.
Ooh, it's
We need to
gonna be
get him on
awesome.
cruise. We need to get him on Cruising with Steak next. just,
Yeah, it shouldn't
He should.
be hard.
Yeah.
I can ask him. He said he's good Tuesdays and Thursday nights or any
Awesome.
other night if you give him fair
sounds perfect.
warning. So Tuesdays,
Right
so
on.
it shouldn't be that difficult.
We're gonna have Jordan Maxwell pretty soon.
That's going to be
That's
awesome
gangster.
too. Yeah.
Also, this is for mainly the live listeners, though. Also, later tonight, Nish is going to be on Lighting the Void, and maybe Jerry. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's going to be starting in an hour.
It's a little late for
Fringe.
Jerry.
What's going on? And now it's like
In an hour, I'm going to be staring at the.
Yeah.
I don't want to give the afterthought. You know,
I got to get up
Yeah.
at 6
I
a.m.
don't care.
I got you. No, I understand. I'm just.
That's
There's nobody
gangsta.
listening anyway. So yeah, Lighting the Void, Fringe FM, Joe Roop, great guy.
Totally.
We've been on
And
there,
maybe me.
and maybe Jerry. Jerry might be there, but Nish for sure.
Fucking
I don't know, that's about it. Thanks everybody. Thanks Suzanne. Thanks Jacob. Thanks Felix. Thanks James. Thanks that guy. Thanks fucking everybody.
Where's Watcher?
Watcher will be here next week.
Post it out in the chat.
He could tell us all about the genetically modified ants that Monsanto is creating.
Dude, is that these ants? I just had one crawling up my leg.
It's possible.
Happy birthday, Dale Earnhardt, Jerry Seinfeld, Daniel Day-Lewis, Michelle Pfeiffer,
It's like
Andre
68
Agassi,
or something.
Master P, Uma Thurman,
It's
and
all
Jake
their
Cutler.
birthday. It's all their birthdays today.
Yeah, today's
I
our
don't believe that.
P, huh?
Is it what is it, Taurus right now?
I don't know.
You know, it just went into Gemini.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm just gonna end the show with random famous birthdays now. I like it.
We should start the show with that. Well, first of all,
yeah.
say happy birthday to.
Yeah, we could maybe do that.
I like it. Yeah.
This weekend.
Then we can be like, Ruby Pearl from Toledo, Ohio.
Yeah.
105 today.
Yeah, that's funny on the Indians games here. They'll give shout outs on the broadcast on TV, and it's for anyone that's like a longtime fan, like above their 90s. Like it's like their last little shout out, It's kind of funny. Yeah. Turns 103 today. Ruth, yeah.
He's been a Indians fan since 1908.
I like it. So happy birthday to everyone out there.
Happy birthday, everybody. Everybody, thanks for listening to Cruise with Steak. Like, share, subscribe.
And if it's not your birthday, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday. Good night.
A very merry birthday.
And if you're
so be nice.
If you're Jehovah's Witness,
fuck you.
Happy birthday.
Sorry. Happy birthday.
Jesus.
Oh, and also in 1975 today,
we're not even on the stream anymore.
The U.S. Army pulls out of Vietnam.
Oh, well, that's a good one.
That was actually.
We'll end the recording on that one. It's
Yeah.
good night.
Shout out to all those military. Love everybody out there.
Yeah, there you go, James. Love everybody. Thank you.
No one has ever heard a word as dirty as the word politics. Rhetoric written in some self-proclaimed prophecy. Imaginary lines twisted and tangled with a handshake with a signature and some policy papers behind enemy lines. Tension builds, a cell phone rings, a bomb drops in a city street sea of iPod noise. Don't get comfortable, free thinkers. Don't get comfortable, free thinkers. If the digital revolution still got a pulse, we need to revive it and make it a reality. I've hacked into a politician's password and transferred money into several overseas accounts. And as we speak, a supercomputer project is in the works. And if it works, we'll use it to point and click our way to some sort of truth. Either you're in or out, are you game, or is the game over? This must be a glitch in the Matrix. This must be a glitch in the Matrix. A revolutionary dream. It's me versus the machine. Go! Watch out for them laser beams. Climb to the top of the pyramid scheme. Capitol Hill's getting steeper and steeper. Meanwhile, the deck gets deeper and deeper. Don't get comfortable, free thinkers. Cause it's gonna take more than hand and eye coordination on your PlayStation. It's gonna take mind elevation. There must be a glitch in the Matrix. There must be a glitch in the Matrix. A revolutionary dream. It's me versus the machine. Go! Breaking from my routine, I dive into my computer screen. Swimming in a sea of zeros and ones. Trying to put together 2 and 2, but I keep getting lost. Trying to weed through all the lines from the bad guys in the suits in the neck. Tide, help me find the oracle. She has the answer. There must be a glitch in the Matrix. Against the machine. Don't get comfortable, free thinkers. Rage against